Keegan, when do you think interest rates are going to go down?
Well, we do have some hope, some promise now, which we haven't had in a while, because the US and Iran agreed to sign a treaty and open the strait and get more oil. Right now, oil supply has been so constrained, pricing went way up. We're down 26% from the top of oil pricing, from $114 a barrel down to $80 today. We're going to see the difference at the pump, and lower gas prices should translate to lower inflation. The June CPI number at 4.2% is way too high to be able to actually reduce interest rates. If we get lower inflation via lower gas prices, that's more affordability to the US homeowner, and less inflation. Those two things rarely correspond. And if we can get that, then we could actually cut rates. Then what's the effect of that?
So what would make things more affordable?
What would make things more affordable would be if the government didn't have as much debt, or we didn't have debt at as high of rates as we're going to have. You see, the government issues debt in 1 or 5 or 10 or 30 year increments in the form of bonds. Well, we have that almost $10 trillion in bonds coming due in November of this year. And the government could have issued those at 0% when rates were 0%. Instead, we left them all on adjustable rates. And so the only way to pay off that 10 trillion is to issue another 10 trillion, but now we're going to be issuing that 10 trillion at a 4, 5, 6% interest rate, because that's the going rate. Well, we can't cut rates down to 0 because inflation will spiral out of control. Even if rates come down, we will have some natural inflation just caused by increased money supply. That increased money supply will kind of bolster interest rates, and that increased money supply will also keep assets fairly expensive. And so even if rates stay fairly high, you can probably expect those hard assets to also stay fairly expensive because there's more money supply, therefore more people can afford them, and they're going to continue to appreciate and be a great hedge against inflation.
So what would be your recommendation for somebody who wants to buy or sell their home?
At some point, the numbers don't matter. They absolutely matter, and that's maybe a ridiculous thing to say when all I've talked about is numbers, but at some point they don't matter. What really matters is what you believe in and where you want to be long term. I think if you don't own anything, your money sitting in the bank is going to be deflated faster than you can count it. And it's not where you want to be. I think if you own stuff, and it's not the stuff you really want to have long term, you might want to look at shuffling it into stuff you do want to have long term. But I want it to be in something that when more money is printed, my assets appreciate faster than the deflation of the US dollar. So I'm effectively running a short against the US dollar, and I'm doing it through hard assets. Those hard assets